what I wanted to get at is now that there's more of a open space to have these kinds of conversations, what are some of the key messages that you want to get out to someone who maybe is just kind of opening their eyes a little bit to preventative or holistic oral care? What are some of those things that you can share with the audience who's still listening because they're curious to learn?
Well, I think probably if they haven't been in this world before, the biggest aha is that fluoride is not a nutrient. It's not. And so you hear every once in a while, I'll hear stories about somebody who says, oh, I got off the fluoride toothpaste and then I had a bunch of cavities. So I got to get back on that stuff. Well, it's not the fluoride. Like maybe fluoride was a temporary Band-Aid and we need to get to the root cause of why you actually had the cavities, but it's not because of a lack of fluoride. Fluoride is not essential. And I have tons and tons of patients in my practice. Very few of my patients use fluoride at all. And I've got tons of healthy patients in my practice who have not used fluoride for years. So that's a big one. And then kind of on the opposite end of things is, man, if I could just get one message across to the world, it would be that you don't just have bad teeth. You actually can do something to heal your teeth, your mouth, your microbiome. It can be done. And so just that mindset, that encouragement that your bodies are actually designed to heal. They just need to have a few more of the right tools.
So true. And that's what I think is unfortunate about a lot of the illness that we have. And I know there's room. I'm not, anti-medicine or whatever, but there's room for that. But I also think, to your point, if you can get to the root cause of something, and it might be a little more work and it might take a little more time, but if you can really solve that, your body can heal. I mean, we heal from unbelievable injuries, unbelievable, internal, external, all sorts of stuff. We're made to heal and evolve and grow. And if you give your body the best chance to do that, you can really live a much more fulfilling and healthy life. And I think they're opening to that, but I think a lot of people don't really know that or feel that way.
Agree.
Especially if they have chronic health issues.
Yeah, absolutely. You start to feel a loss of control, and then you kind of get in this mindset of, I don't have control.
Yeah, and I just want something to control, and I can do this every day or take that every day.
Right.
Yeah, that's so true. That's well put. I want to talk a little bit more about like biological dentistry versus the drill and fill or traditional model. Can you kind of explain what that is first? I think we know the drill and fill model. You got to that, and I should have asked this earlier, but can you explain in your own words, like what is biological dentistry and what are some of the common practices of that?
Yeah, so just the high level is we're going past that germ theory of disease, where one germ causes one illness. We're going beyond that really to more of a terrain theory of disease. So what are we doing to support the biological terrain, meaning the health of your entire body? Or what are we doing that's contributing to it not being well? And that's really what we seek to do in biological dentistry, is we want to remove any of those oral contributors to systemic illness, whether that's infection, whether that's toxic materials. What are we doing to remove those barriers to health and support a terrain that's healthy and balanced and can thrive?
What a concept. I can't even imagine someone wanting to do such a thing. From your perspective, I want to talk a little bit more about like preventative stuff. So I don't think I've had a cavity since I started doing like my own oral toothpaste and stuff like that. What are some of the things that you would say people can do to sort of better protect their oral, and why is that even important, right? Your oral health.
Yeah. Well, when you're looking at oral disease, and that's mostly we're talking about tooth decay and gum disease. There are other issues that pop up here and there, but those are the big ones. And so the things that contribute to those are too much acid, so an imbalanced pH, an imbalanced microbiome, so the bacteria is kind of out of whack, and inflammation, absorbing nutrients, those kinds of things. So what we can do to support those, to make sure that we stay healthy and that our mouths stay healthy, is we can try to balance the microbiome. So we can do that by doing a little bit of really good oral hygiene, which doesn't take a lot of fancy ingredients or fancy products. You're a testament to that. It can be really simple, but disrupting the biofilm is what we want to do when we brush and floss and take care of our teeth, which is exactly what you're doing. We want to make sure that we're not using super, super harsh chemicals that will kill the beneficial bacteria. And if we need to, then we need to add probiotics back in. We want to do the tweaking to balance the microbiome. And then I think it's nice to have tools that we can use, ingredients that we can use to help things along when our diet isn't creating, or if we've got other health issues and it's not creating the most healthy mouth possible, then we can cheat a little bit with the things that we're using in our mouth. So I really like xylitol as an ingredient. And that is controversial in some circles too. So we can talk.
I'd love to hear that, because I think that's in the mouthwash I use.
Is it? I love it. I love it. That and hydroxyapatite are both really, really effective, and have an excellent safety profile when you compare it to anything that you'll find in like a big box retail product. So those are a couple of really good ingredients, but it really does, it's simple. It's controlling your diet. It's controlling what you eat, how healthy you are. Is your gut healthy? Are you breathing well? All of those things work together to create a healthy mouth, and a healthy body also helps create a healthy mouth so that you can avoid me a little more.
Yeah. I mean, who likes going to the dentist, right? Thank you for listening to this clip from the full episode of Eyes Wide Open. Please like and subscribe for daily clips and new episodes that drop every Tuesday. I appreciate you.